Manchester United versus Leicester. The Premier League is back after the League Cup. Great to get back to winning ways in the week. Hopefully we can kick on and win another game on the spin. Leicester City, a difficult opposition, champions obviously this past season. We've already played them once before this season in the Community Shield. Hopefully it can be a second victory against them. We're going to this game, hopefully we will see a decent lineup, one that I've been crying out for Manchester United to play. We've seen a lot of different players come into the team against Northampton. A whole host of changes, more changes than in the previous game in the Europa League. I'm expecting wholesale changes again from the start of this mammoth clash for Manchester United. It is almost become a must-win game. We cannot afford to lose another game. That would make it 3 defeats already in the Premier League this season, and then it would make it a mountain to climb, because Manchester City, as much as it hates me to say, aren't going to lose more than about 3 or 4 games this season. And if we fall 9 points behind them, fucking hell, the title race will probably be, for me, over before it's barely even begun, which will be a shame, because there was so much optimism around Old Trafford at the start of the season, so much buzz that we could do well this season, and we want to at least challenge for the title until the bitter end. Now, I think obviously the back four is going to change from that game. David De Gea will be back in goal, no question there. We've got problems at the back because we're not sure if Luke Shaw's fit. Now, if Luke Shaw is fit, he has to play. Alright, maybe been a bit of fault for one of the goals in that game against Watford, but apparently he was injured, so you can't really blame him too much if he was injured. So if he's not fit, we're going to have to play Daley Blind there, I'm afraid. We cannot be playing Marcus Rojo there. He will probably get torn to shreds against Riyad Mahrez, great player of the year last year, and we don't want him to get torn to shreds there. Daley Blind, very intelligent footballer, and has played at left back before when Luke Shaw was injured in his first season, and done quite well in that position. Bay and Smalling will then be the centre halves, and Valencia will come back in at right back. We need to play a midfield 3 of Carrick, Herrera and Paul Pogba. Herrera was decent against Northampton. I don't know if you can win the league playing Herrera week in, week out in the team, but still a great squad player to have. Michael Carrick has to start in this game. I said on my fan cam on Full Time Devils, you cannot. Why are we playing Fellaini in that team? It's just, he's a bit better than average at best. Okay, he's played all right this season, but he's no Michael Carrick or Bastian Schweinsteiger. And Michael Carrick is just a quality player, even at 35, whatever he is. I would still play him. I think he offers a lot to Manchester United. And we will see Paul Pogba return. Again, I think he can help bring better out of Paul Pogba and Michael Carrick, because he is just one quality player. Was really underrated in his first few seasons at Manchester United, really was. Now, the forward 3, obviously Zlatan's going to return up front, no question marks there. Rashford is going to be on one side, but the other slot is up for grabs. Now, I'm going to go for one Mata, because I'm not too sure on the fitness of Martial. I'm not too sure there, and on Lingard. I don't know what's happened after that horrible performance against Manchester City. I don't know how fit he is. Playing him may be a bit of a risk. So I've gone there, and there is no Wayne Rooney in my team. He has to be dropped. Wasn't good enough against Northampton, and that game against Watford was probably the worst performance I've ever seen from Wayne Rooney. Just simple passes were going astray, just so poor in that game. He's got to come out the team now. I know I did say on that after the game for that game against Watford that even when he hasn't played, players haven't stepped up to the mark enough. We saw against Feyenoord, players need to step up to the mark in order to take Wayne Rooney's place. That is one problem that Jose Mourinho has. No one stepped up to the mark. When Wayne Rooney is dropped or rested, players have got to step up, take his place, and take that chance. Perform well, then Mourinho's got a reason to drop him. Everyone's complaining that Wayne Rooney isn't being dropped. It's because these other players haven't stepped up to the mark. The likes of Memphis Depay, none of them are right. Admittedly, he doesn't always play in the number 10 role, Memphis Depay, but he can take a place in the starting lineup ahead of Wayne Rooney if he starts performing. These players have really got to start stepping up to the mark. But we've got to have Marcus Rashford start ahead of Wayne Rooney. That is just a must. Marcus Rashford is just banging the goals at the moment. And while a player is in banging form, performing well, scoring goals at a young age, you've just got to play him, I'm afraid. You can't be leaving him out of the team at all. And people were all saying at the start of the season he will not play the youth, no youth players, Rashford will not get a chance, and he has got a chance. I said this myself, I said if Rashford keeps on scoring, he will get in the team. If you keep performing, you're going to force the manager to play you. Mourinho will not drop a player just because he's 18 or 17 or 16 if he is the best player or one of the best players in the Manchester United squad. If Angel Gomez comes through and started banging in goals and making assists and that, he would keep his place. It wouldn't matter if he's 16. If he was that good, he would keep his place. Mourinho doesn't just not play players because they're a young age. It's because in the past he's had probably better players for that position, more experienced players that are better. If the younger players are better, he will play the younger players. At Chelsea, Loftus-Cheek, all he's got is League Cup games so far. You know, Conte isn't really giving the youth a chance, is he really either? So, Mourinho will give some a chance. We can't be shoehorning like 7, 8 players into a team, or else you will lose to like Northampton. Anyway, on to this. Leicester City, Jamie Vardy hasn't been in the best of form this season. Missed some great chances against Hull. Did score against us from Fellaini's horrible back pass in that Community Shield, but it's one we've got to watch out for. There is rumours that potentially Kasper Schmeichel could miss this game to injury. We'll have to wait and see tomorrow if he does or he doesn't get confirmed as fit for the game. That would be a massive boost if he's out because he's a top goalkeeper. Riyad Mahrez is another one. Okazaki scored a couple of goals the other night. If he does play it or not. Brighton, they've looked better I think when Brighton's come back into the team. It just solidifies them a bit more in midfield. He's not the best player in the world, but he's an alright player, and they've got Danny Drinkwater in there, which he's a decent player as well. So really got to watch out. I'm hoping Manchester United, with Marcus Rashford starting and Zlatan Ibrahimovic, we can win this game 2-1. I'm hopeful. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Obviously, Leicester played a lot on the counter-attack last season. So obviously we've got to watch out for that pace on the counter-attack. Hopefully we will get this victory. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon.